Hi guys, I welcome you all to this lecture 5 under the fast track series. Now this fast track series is important for RBI Grade B, NABARD Gr A as well as SEBI examination. Now this is a video series which has been brought to you by EduTap. So let me just quickly tell you that what are we aiming to cover through this series. See, particularly we are going to cover ESI, that is economic and social issues in news, which are important for both the exams. Then we are going to cover the finance in news, which are again important for both the exams. And I would like to tell you guys is that we are also covering agriculture and rural development in news, which is important for the NABARD examination. Now see, for this you have to refer to a separate series called as ARD in news, and you'll be able to cover the ARD through that particular series. Let me now tell you about our previous results, since we have been working in this field from quite some time now and we have been blessed with some excellent results. So in RBI Grade B 2017, 27 of our students could make it to the final list. So you see, it's such a huge number here. And in NABARD Grade A, the results have been announced recently. 20 students have confirmed their selection, and let me just tell you that there were total 46 generalist seats out of 20 have been already selected. And for RBI Grade B 2018, again we are expecting a great result. Okay, so in today's lecture we are going to cover ESI and finance in news from the 3 days of September, that is September 16th, 17th and 18th. And first of all we are going to cover ESI. So let us just start with our first news. Okay, so our very first news is about G20 and its investment ministerial meeting. Now G20 is a very important body for us and we are going to learn about G20 in detail. So let us just see what this news is all about. So this G20 trade and investment ministerial meeting is going to, or rather it has already taken place in the month of September, and the place where it has been held is Argentina. So Mar del Plata, the place you need to remember, Argentina, where this G20 meeting has taken place. So secondly, you need to keep in mind that from India's side, the Union Minister of Commerce and Industry and Civil Aviation has participated, and basically they are going to, the aim is to work along with other countries so as to reform WTO. Now see, why this G20 becomes more important is in the background of the decreasing importance of WTO, since we have seen the last summit of WTO, that was in Buenos Aires, could not yield any result, and it is considered that the importance of WTO in the trade is falling, and that is why this G20, since it has all the important economies as its members, so it is gaining momentum. So let us now see what is this G20. It is basically made up of 19 countries plus EU, that is why it is said to have 20 members. And the countries you can just go through here once, or the countries range from the major economies like China, USA, UK, and even India is a part of it. And the emerging economies like Brazil and India are also a part of this. And secondly, the important thing is that the member represents 75% of the international trade. So that is why this G20 is so much important. And the foreign inflows of the direct investment are considered as half of the total in the G20 countries. So these are the important things which we need to keep in mind about G20 and this particular news. You must also know that where is the headquarter of G20. I would recommend you just go and search it and type in the comment below so that even others can know it. Okay, so our second news is again important. It is about the India Tourism Mart. Now since this is the first ever tourism mart which has been launched in India, so that is why this news becomes important, and also this is important in the background of the importance of tourism in our economy. We will see about all these things. Let us see first what this news entails for us. So Union Minister for Railway and Coal has inaugurated the first ever tourism mart in New Delhi. So first of all, you need to keep this in mind that it was launched in New Delhi, and secondly, it was in partnership with the Federation of Associates in Indian Tourism and Hospitality. So basically all the stakeholders from the Indian tourism and hospitality industry are going to participate in it, and this Federation of Indian Tourism and Hospitality, along with the support of different states, have organized this event. So these are the two important things from this particular news, and I have already told you that since this is the first time and this is a business to business event, so kind of platform is provided for all the stakeholders to come and discuss about the increasing importance of tourism. Now let us see about what is the importance of tourism in our economy. See, India is expected to establish itself as the third largest travel and tourism economy by 2028. So this is important, and this report has been launched by the World Travel and Tourism Council. So you need to keep in mind that World Travel and Tourism Council has launched this report, according to which India is going to become the third largest travel and tourism economy by 2028. So this is very important, since these reports are important from the point of view of your examination. And another important thing is that during the January to July, that is 6 months, the initial 6 months of the 2018 year, the foreign exchange earnings from tourism have drastically increased. That is from to 12.1% the increase has been observed. So you can see the tourism is also largest employer, and foreign exchange earnings are also contributed from the tourism industry. So in the background of this particular data, now you can see what is the importance of that India Tourism Mart. And see here, this particular news is another important news, and I have collated it with this particular news so that it becomes easy for you to remember all these things. So India Tourism Mart has been launched in New Delhi in 2018 for the first time, and in the month of September only, the 7th United Nations WTO, that is World Trade Organization Global Summit on Urban Tourism, was held in Seoul. So Seoul is the capital of South Korea. This is another important news, and the theme is itself important because theme is again asked in your examination. So the theme of this UN WTO Summit on Urban Tourism was a 2030 vision for urban tourism. So this is also important, and yes, that would be it from this particular news. Rather, these were two news, and I would just recommend you to just go through all these important points once again. Okay, our third important news is about FATF, that is Financial Action Task Force body. So many important bodies and the related news in today's lecture. So this according to a review by Asia Pacific Policy Group, they have said that Pakistan is not performing satisfactorily on the legal front. So let me just tell you that there is this grey list in the FATF. The grey list is this International Cooperation Review Group. So the countries which are not performing well and they are considered to fund terrorism and such related activities are put in this grey list, and Pakistan was recently added in the month of February in this particular grey list. Earlier it was in this watch list from 2012 to 15, and there were deliberations after that to put it in the grey list, and finally in February it was considered to be put in this grey list. So first of all, you need to keep in mind what this grey list is. That is why this news is here. And let us see about this particular body, FATF. So it is an intergovernmental body established in 1989, and its secretariat is housed at the OECD, that is Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development. So the headquarters of OECD are in Paris, France, and that is where this FATF secretariat is housed. So you can just go through the objectives and what are the important things about FATF in this particular slide. And yes, that would be it from this particular news. Okay, moving on to our next news. This is about the signing of an agreement between India and World Bank for the Uttarakhand Workforce Development Project. Now see, you can gauge from the news itself, the headline here is that Workforce Development Project. So it is about the labor intensive workforce, and a loan agreement from the IBRD, that is International Bank for Reconstruction and Development, has been signed with India, and they are going to provide a credit of US $74 million. Now the objective is to improve the quality and relevance of the training at the ITIs, that is Industrial Training Institutes. So it will basically be a short-term training, and you have to see that so many other initiatives which were launched by the Indian government, like the Sankalp project was there, and so many other projects were launched. So this is also in line of that only, that number of labor market workers would be increased, and the project will be valid till 2023. So apart from this particular news, let us see also about this World Bank family. This is very much important for us. So see, World Bank Group is a family of 5 international organizations, and you have to know all these 5 organizations, since the World Bank Group is the largest development bank in the world, and it is also an observer in the United Nations Development Group. So this is the importance of World Bank, and the 5 members of this World Bank Group are: first is International Bank for Reconstruction and Development, that is IBRD. Then second is the IDA, that is International Development Association. Then IFC, International Finance Corporation. Then it comes MIGA, that is Multilateral Investment Guarantee Agency. And finally it is International Center for Settlement of Investment Disputes. So these are the 5 important members of this World Bank Group, and you must know about all of them. And this particular project was signed by IBRD for Uttarakhand workforce development. Okay, so our next news is related to this local treatment of urban sewage streams for healthy reuse. Now see, why is this news here? Because it is related to the sewage retreatment. So that means the water would be treated from the sewage and then will be made reusable, and it is very important, and it was launched by Union Science and Technology Minister, and this project Lotus HR has been launched at the Sundial Park in New Delhi. So this New Delhi is important, and although there was this pilot project already going on, and now it has been launched as a full-fledged project. So this clean water will be used for various purposes, and also the nutrients and energy from the urban wastewater would be recovered. And yes, that would be it. You can just go through this particular slide if you want to read about it. And our next and last news is from your education section, that is Swachh Vidyalaya Puraskar. So the Swachh Vidyalaya Puraskar 2017 to 18 year has been launched in New Delhi, and HRD Ministry has awarded these Puraskars. So it was conferred under the Swachhta Hi Seva campaign. Now we have already learnt about this, that Swachhta Hi Seva campaign was launched by Prime Minister on 15 September, and it is going to be culminated, or it has already culminated on 2nd October. That is the date which marks the commencement of the 150th anniversary of Mahatma Gandhi. So this is Swachhta Hi Seva. You must be able to recall this, and these Puraskars are also important because first time such awards are being distributed. So these awards have been extended to private schools besides government and government aided schools. So all the schools, private, government aided, as well as the schools from the rural as well as urban areas have been granted these awards. And also let me just tell you, apart from awards, they will be given extra grant of rupees 50,000 for the particular school. So yes, that would be it from this news, just to have a cursory look here, and yes, that's it. So let us now just try and solve the various MCQs so that you get to know why are these news important and what kind of questions can be asked from these particular news. So let us just start. Okay, so our first question is, Trade and Investment Ministerial meeting under G20 has recently taken place in which of the following countries? So this was our very first news from this particular lecture, and your options are here: Brazil, China, Colombia, Chile or Argentina. So try and mark this answer here. So our answer is Argentina. We have seen this, as this was our very first news. I would just like you to mark your answer and also keep a note of your points, so that also mention them in the comment section so that we get to know who are the students who were at the top. Okay, so our second question is, I told you this is going to be important, 2018 Economic Impact Report by World Travel and Tourism Council. India is expected to establish itself as dash largest economy by 2028. So again, you have your options here, and our answer to this question is third largest? I hope you could solve this question. And third question is, India has recently signed this financing loan agreement for this workforce development with which of the following? Now this is pretty easy and you must be able to answer it. So our answer is no, it is not UNDP, it's not IMF, it is World Bank. So as we have seen that IBRD is a member of the World Bank group, so that is why the answer here is World Bank. You must not get confused that option is not IBRD. Indirectly it is here because IBRD is a part of World Bank only, and this SoftBank is also not there. Okay, and our fourth question is about this Lotus HR project which has been launched by Ministry of Science and Technology in which of the following places? So try to solve them. Your options are Agra, New Delhi, Navi Mumbai, Hyderabad or Guwahati. So we have seen the answer is regarding the Barapula drain, the pilot project where it was run, and it is in New Delhi, and the project has been launched at the Sundial Park in New Delhi. And our last question is, now this is pretty interesting, Swachh Vidyalaya Puraskar by Ministry of Human Resource Development has been awarded to. So your options are government and government aided schools, private schools, schools in rural areas or urban areas, or all of the above. So you know the answer to this is all of the above, since all the schools have been awarded with these Puraskars. So here is the answer. You can see all the answers and match if your answers were correct, and just point out your scores also and mention below in the comment section. So that's it guys from this particular lecture. We have covered our news from economics and social issues section, and I hope this is going to be helpful for you in your preparation for the RBI as well as NABARD examination. And I've already told you that in case you are preparing for the IBPS AFO examination, you can just go and see the ARD in news and for NABARD as well. And in case you guys have any query related to the examinations or the courses which are being offered by us, you can go and visit our website. It is mentioned here. You can even drop us a mail at hello@edutap.co.in, and our contact number is here. You can even WhatsApp us as per your convenience. Okay, and that would be it from this particular lecture. If you like this video, please do not forget to like, subscribe and share. And this is the link of the Telegram channel. I've just mentioned it here so that you do not miss it. It is also in the description below. You can just go there and download the PDF of this lecture and all other lectures, and it will be easy for you to revise it later. And yes, that's it guys. I wish you all a very happy learning. Thank you.